In this video, I want to touch on the philosophy behind this product because I think a lot of people don't think about this genre of apps and they underestimate how valuable highly curated content can be. So I'm hoping after this video, your wheels start turning and you get some great ideas for your own apps. Now this product we're creating, Dub Grub, right? Just food and restaurants around the San Jose Convention Center for iOS developers. That's pretty niche, right? That's pretty narrow. And again, I think a lot of people might look at this app that we're building and say, oh, why don't we use like the Yelp API and make it available everywhere so people can check into anything? And have you heard of the phrase, the riches are in the niches, even though it's pronounced niche? But that doesn't make the saying right. Or, if your market is everyone, your market is no one. Like trying to get a global or countrywide product off the ground and get everybody to use it, like that's a lot. Like oftentimes you start very small, very narrow, very niche. And then if you succeed in that narrow niche, then you think about how you can expand the product. So that is where Dub Grub kind of comes in. It's going to show you how to curate your own data set, how to build a very narrow product. And again, I'm hoping this sparks tons of ideas for you. Because let's face it, like we're all kind of an expert in some area. I don't know what your hobbies are. Maybe it's sports, video games, woodworking, gardening. I don't know, but you're probably very knowledgeable about something that you're very interested in, right? And a good example of this is like when I was doing Swift News. Like I could have built an app around Swift News because the articles in there were highly curated. I could have just built my CloudKit backend and just updated that backend and it pushed to the apps. And that could have become a pretty successful product because there's a lot of iOS developers in the world. So again, if you are knowledgeable about, a topic where you want to curate that, or another example that I think I would have been good at was like, let's say pickup basketball games. Now, stay with me here. The reason I bring that up is because when I was in San Francisco, I tried a lot of the apps that were like, here, we're going to help you find pickup basketball games. And the problem with a lot of those was it was user-generated content. And that sucks because that means anybody could create a game. Anybody, so like you don't know if the game that you're looking at is like a good game. Is it regular? Like, do people play there a lot? So in the case of finding pickup basketball games in San Francisco, like I could have created an app because I was connected is the wrong word. It's not like I knew everybody, but I played in tons of games around the city. I played in tons of like adult basketball leagues. I could have given a highly qualified opinion or description at least, whether I like the games or not. I could have described them, skill level, all that stuff. And I could have built an app that basically explained all the leagues and all the pickup games, the good pickup games, right? Now that is valuable to somebody. They don't have to sift through the garbage of user-generated content, like if anybody can create a game. So that's the point. Curation is very valuable. Like you help people make good decisions. And, obviously you have to be good at that, right? You have to be knowledgeable on the topic to help people make those decisions. And like I said, start small and you can grow bigger, right? Just that pickup basketball example. If I had a successful app in San Francisco, there's no doubt I could have reached out to Chicago or LA and found the person that was very knowledgeable about the games and hired them, brought them on. Now we expanded from San Francisco to Chicago, to New York, to LA. So you can kind of see how you start small. If it's successful, you expand. So again, the whole point of this video is I think a lot of people try to think that like, oh, I have to give the user all the information, let them decide. We should use the Yelp API, have every restaurant. No, I think what would make Dub Grub valuable if it was a real product would be the highly curated restaurants in bars and stuff like that. Now, of course, I just picked random ones on the internet, but if I was a local in that area and I could pick the best places and all the iOS developers went there, like that is very valuable. So again, hopefully you get some ideas. Think about what you're smart about. What data could you curate and over time build your own data set? And that data set could also become valuable, but that's like a whole separate thing. So anyway, wanted to do this quick video to maybe shift your mindset into how you think about app ideas.